Please send all your hate mail to thenichefiles@gmail.com. Kass, how dare you? Coming to you live from the Niche Nook Studios, brought to you by the power of the internet and her, my child's therapist, my need for caffeine and human communication on a fortnightly basis. It's the Niche File.
Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of Spooky Month of the Niche Files. This week is Kass presenting one of her movies. Hold on a second, I need to take a real quick drink.
Oh, that's better. This week is a Kass movie, and I'm just going to let her take it away because I know nothing about this. So Kass, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. A few episodes ago, we talked about one of Cody's favorite vampire movies, and tonight, on a special Halloween night episode, we are going to talk about one of mine. Starring such notable names as Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Kirsten Dunst, Antonio Banderas, and Christian Slater. Interview with the Vampire. Special note here, it is Interview with the Vampire. Most people say Interview with a Vampire, which would actually be incorrect.
Someone shouted that out.
And it is based on the novel of the same name by Anne Rice, and is part of a very large series of books.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the movie where the line is, have you ever eaten a sandwich somebody has fucked?
No.
No, what?
I'm pulling it from somewhere else then. Why do you drink virgin blood? Have you ever eaten a sandwich of someone has fucked?
Nope.
I have never heard that before.
Me either.
Is this another fever dream?
All right, I cannot know that I'm now on a fucking list. Again, movie line. I want a virgin, for example. If I'm going to eat a sandwich, I prefer one that someone hasn't fucked yet. Oh, What We Do in the Shadows. Okay,
that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a minute, this is a vampire movie. It's like, is this the one they say that fucking line? Aurora, you're not allowed to listen to this episode.
What, is this worse than Ice Wiener?
I just said the line. I want virgin blood. For example, if I'm gonna eat a sandwich, I'd prefer one that someone hasn't fucked.
Multiple times now.
I guess, yeah, it's your kid.
She said she's going to listen to it anyway, so Aurora, you're grounded. Anyways, continue on.
So the movie opens in San Francisco in the 1990s, where reporter Daniel Malloy has met and is now interviewing the vampire Louis Depointe de Lac. Louis tells Daniel the story of his life, from the death of his wife and child to having a death wish to meeting Lestat de Lioncourt, who turns him into a vampire. He tells him all about how he hated the life he was now living and how Lestat reveled in it. How during the plague in New Orleans, he found and fed on a young girl named Claudia, and Lestat then turned her into a vampire. How many years later, Claudia, who has never aged, grew angry with Lestat over the fact that he treated her like a doll, and how because of him she would never grow into a woman. How Claudia then poisoned Lestat and slit his throat. How Lestat survived and attacked them as they prepared to leave New Orleans. How they set him ablaze and managed to escape on their ship as the French Quarter burned. How they searched and searched for other vampires without any luck. How they chose to settle in Paris. How they came across Armand and his coven, the Theatre de Vampires. How after visiting the theater, their murder of Lestat is discovered and they are warned to go their separate ways. How Claudia demands of Louis that he turn a woman named Madeleine into a vampire to be her new companion. How shortly after, the three of them are then abducted by the Parisian vampires and are punished for Lestat's murder. How Louis is trapped in an iron coffin for an eternity to slowly starve, and Claudia and Madeleine are trapped in a chamber where they are burned to ash by the sun. How Armand later releases Louis, who seeks revenge upon the vampires. How he returned to the theater and sets it and its occupants ablaze. How Armand saves him from the sunrise, and Louis rejects his offer to join him. How he never recovers from the loss of Claudia. How many years later, in 1988, he returned to New Orleans, and in an old, decrepit mansion, he discovers a decaying and weakened, although very much alive, Lestat. How he once again rejects Lestat. Thus ends the interview. Daniel then beseeches Louis to turn him into a vampire. Louis, enraged over the fact that Daniel has not understood the suffering he has talked about, attacks him in an attempt to scare him. Daniel escapes to his car and takes off. He is listening to the interview tapes as he crosses the Golden Gate Bridge. Lestat then appears, attacking Daniel and taking control of the car. He then offers to give Daniel the choice that he never had, and the movie ends as Lestat drives the car across the bridge and laughs maniacally.
I see you skipped my little edit in the middle.
I literally was like, what is that?
Oh, wait, I didn't see an edit.
She has her script able to be edited. So I went in after taking Lestat appears and attacking Daniel, taking control of his car. I just put this side up. Just something like this side up. What?
It literally made me pause and I was like, I did not type that. Where did that come from?
You gave me control. There's your problem.
So, fun fact, I do not like Tom Cruise.
No.
This movie is the exception. I will watch this movie over and over and over again. I will not watch anything else with him in it.
None of the Mission Impossibles, even the one where Superman cocks his fists and grows a mustache and beard suddenly?
Nope. And I love Henry Cavill. Like,
yeah, I know.
I would watch anything that he's in, but I cannot watch that movie because it's got Tom Cruise in it.
So before we get into the fun facts.
Yes.
In listing this movie from inside here, she's in the other room, in the girls' playroom watching this on the TV, and all of a sudden I just hear two dogs going at it, and then a sudden explosion
Barking.
or something.
When he says going at it, barking.
Yeah, sure. That's what you want to say. But then just suddenly, what the fuck what happened? I don't know. I'm just listening as I'm editing the previous podcast.
So, because Louis hates being a vampire so much, Lestat teaches him that he can drink blood from animals to survive. They are at a party, and Lestat convinces him to feed on this aristocratic, I can't say that word. Aristocratic.
A crasta wrecker.
It's a hard word.
All the crackers.
A lady. There we go. Convinces him to feed on this lady. They go off out into the lawn, and she has her two poodles with her. And as he's about to feed on her, he sees the dogs and decides to go after the dogs instead.
And then the next time I walk in there and ask you how it's going, I turn to you, go, how's it going? You say good. I turn and look at the TV. I just see a naked woman in a fucking doorway.
Yes, so there are 2 instances of nudity in the movie.
And I catch one of them completely just like, hey, I need to get up and stop editing this episode for a minute. Let me go see how she's doing. She's coming along. Writing in her little book and everything. Turn and look, naked woman. Like, fucking really? What the hell?
So the first time that you see nudity in the movie is the moment when Claudia realizes that she's never going to age. She sees what she perceives as a beautiful woman standing naked in a window and realizes that will never be her. And that's when she begins her spiral of, what have you done to me? And then the second time is at the Theater de Vampires during a play that they are putting on for the humans of Paris to show just how depraved they are.
How depraved the vampires are?
Seriously, though, those. So I love how those vampires in Paris, you know, they're literally running a murder theater, and everyone's like, "Ooh, performance art."
Yes, they are literally killing someone and feeding on them on stage in front of a bunch of humans, and the humans have no idea.
They love it. They pay for this shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they think it's all just an act.
Okay. Cody brings us her childhood. You bring me nudity and fucking murder shows. Ye old snuff films. Live performance snuff films.
Basically.
Okay. All right. Continue with your fun facts. I think I'm done maniacally ranting about nudity, breaking certain things.
I didn't realize you were such a Puritan.
No, it's just my child's going to listen to this. She's currently like 10 feet away from me. I could probably shoot her with a Nerf bullet. Hold on. She's lucky the Nerf gun's too far away from me. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't fucking... Aurora, I love you. Please have some understanding for what I'm going through.
She can blame me.
Aurora, can you do me a favor? Can you go knock on the door, open the door, and say, I blame you, Kass? And say it pretty loud so it can be heard through the mic.
Come in.
You Cass.
Got it. Thank you, sweetheart.
So there are two very notable actresses who do make brief appearances in the movie. The first is Thandie Newton, who plays a slave named Yvette, who is killed by Louis after a fight with Lestat. After Lestat turns Louis, they are on Louis's plantation, and you see how his slaves are reacting to the constant death, especially of both the slaves and the livestock. They get into a big fight. Lestat leaves. Yvette tries to comfort Louis, and that is when he feeds on her and kills her, and then proceeds to burn down his house.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
As you do, of course.
A valid crash out.
And then the other notable appearance is Helen McCrory, who most people would recognize as Malfoy's mother in Harry Potter.
Yeah, she just, it's got Helen McCrory on it. And I just look at her like dumbfounded. Who? It stops. It's like the deadest 30-second stop in this household. He goes, Malfoy's mother. I go, oh! You have to use simple terms for me.
Yes.
Otherwise, I just won't get it.
And when she makes her appearance, it is extremely brief. It is a matter of seconds before she is killed by Lestat. Like, so short of she doesn't have any lines, and she is simply listed as second whore in the credits.
Okay, so if she's the second whore, who's the first whore? And is this like in a band, first clarinet, second clarinet?
So the first one actually has, it's listed differently, and I don't recognize the actress, but they are in a brothel is it after they burned down the house or before? I can't remember. But yeah, they're in a brothel, and Louis is just sitting off to the side while Lestat is going after these two brothel workers. And there's a lot of people in this movie that are just named whore.
Hey, it's the oldest profession. We should respect it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the scene, there are two. There's New Orleans whore and second whore. He kills second whore first, and then New Orleans whore has like a whole much bigger scene where he traps her in a coffin and like basically tortures her as entertainment for himself and to also torture Louis.
So this is all from Louis' perspective.
Yes.
Louis is being tormented by Lestat,
Yes.
and it's literally for Lestat's personal fucking amusement, nothing else.
Basically, yes. Like, Lestat loves being a vampire. He loves everything about being a vampire. He loves the killing. He loves just all of it. Whereas Louis has basically a soul still, and all of it is absolutely horrendous to him. He hates it.
He has a moral compass.
Yes.
So, question, do you have the body count?
I have seen it.
Which one? How many people they kill or eat?
The number of deaths in the movie, the kill count.
Let's
Okay.
see.
I have it right here.
Oh, you do?
Yep. It is 35 in Interview with a Vampire. 6 males, 11 females, 7 unknown, 3 female vampires, and 8 male vampires. So with a running of 123 minutes, that gives us a kill on average of every 3.51 minutes.
A lot of them take place in that one scene at the theater when he burns it down.
Oh,
Yeah, the 8 vampires are 27 through 34.
So one thing we talked about was that Anne Rice wrote the novel that the movie is based on. She also wrote the screenplay. When she learned that Tom Cruise was cast as Lestat, she was absolutely livid and left the production. She called the casting so bizarre, it's almost impossible to imagine how it's going to work, and the worst crime in the name of casting since the Bonfire of the Vanities, which I'm not familiar with.
Jesus Christ.
But later, she was sent a copy of the movie, and after watching it, she was so impressed by his performance, she wrote him a letter of apology. And I have to say, because of how I feel about Tom Cruise, I kind of agree with her. I can see how, if you don't think they're a good actor, that you could feel that way. But he does pull the character off so well.
So you're saying he measured up?
Yes.
I don't blame her though. I would have the same kind of apprehension, especially, the Top Gun era and seeing those kinds of movies, to think, okay, how is he going to pull off this wildly different like vampire role? I get it.
Oh yeah, because like the stat is basically insane.
I know it's not in this book / movie, but he becomes an actual freaking rock star.
Yes, that is the sequel,
Yeah.
which is Queen of the Damned.
Ooh.
Neat. So, Cruise's earlier stuff to possibly make her think this: Risky Business, All the Right Moves, Legend, Top Gun, Color of Money, Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Days of Thunder, A Few Good Men, and The Firm. Before Interview, if she just saw a couple of those, she probably thought like, this is all he's good for. Why would he have that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interview with the Vampire, and prior to that, like, you know, things like Risky Business and stuff like that. He's a decent actor in those to me. Later, like late 90s, early 2000s, that he really started to go downhill in acting for me, like as well as his personal life. Like they both took a dive around the same time.
Please send all your hate mail to the nichefiles@gmail.com. Cass, how dare you? That's Kass, not Cass. Kass. How dare you?
Hey, I think we're okay as long as we don't message or mention Scientology.
I tried to stop.
The S word.
There was a point in his career where he decided to take being an action star too far.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he stopped acting. And that's when I stopped being able to watch things he's in. But he's always been an action star. Like Interview with a Vampire is so out there for him in terms of the style of movies that he would pick. So he did used to do really well at it, but then he like just decided to take it up a notch and stopped acting and just became the action.
I think you can take actors who are known for something completely different. You know, Ben Affleck. People did not think he was going to be a good Batman, you know?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger as the Joker.
I'm sorry. Him in A Knight's Tale just disproves anything anyone has ever said along those lines.
I mean, Heath Ledger in anything.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I've never seen a Heath Ledger that I haven't liked.
I know, but just that's going to be one people can be like, oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have the Vision also there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you don't like that example, Henry Cavill, we mentioned earlier, as Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
Or Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, there's countless examples of actors being cast in something that people are like, oh my God, why would they do that? And then they just end up being absolutely brilliant. And that really is the case with Tom Cruise in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And I do think part of what made this a really good adaptation from the book is having Anne Rice's specific involvement in the screenplay. I think that really makes a big difference too.
Oh, yeah. Totally agree. Whenever you get the input of the actual author when you can is so much better. And I haven't actually watched the show in its entirety. I've only seen a couple of episodes of it. So I can't really say much about the show on how well it did with the story itself.
Oh, that's on my list.
Like I've heard amazing things about the show.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't watched it myself because it kind of came out during a period in my life where I couldn't watch anything new.
Mm.
Like I go through these spaces of time where I have to rewatch stuff. I can't watch something new. I can't get into it.
Yeah, I get that.
Kind of ruins things for me when that happens. So another casting choice that was not original to the movie was Christian Slater playing Daniel Malloy.
Oh.
Originally, River Phoenix was cast as Daniel Malloy,
Mm-hmm.
but he passed away prior to filming. And Christian Slater took up the role after that happened. And he actually donated his entire salary from the movie to two of River's favorite charities.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Things like that always make me wonder how different would a movie be if the person who was supposed to be in it hadn't passed away.
Yeah.
And for some reason, nothing else is coming to mind. I know that there's other things, but I've forgotten them all at the moment.
Oh, one, I just thought it was Shrek. Chris Farley pretty much had the entire movie recorded. And then, Mike Myers took over.
Yeah. Who knows what that would have been like? Oh my gosh. So for the vampires in the movie, the makeup that they had to go through was rather grueling. So they had to hang upside down for up to 30 minutes at a time in order to force all the blood in their bodies to rush to their heads so that the blood vessels would bulge so that the makeup artist could then trace over the swollen veins, creating the look of translucent skin.
God.
And they would have
I don't even think I could do that.
Yeah, they would have to do that multiple times over and over and over again until the makeup look was complete.
Oh, God, no. I don't even think I could do that for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Like it was so bad that Brad Pitt almost quit the movie. Like the only reason he stayed in it is because he learned how much money it would cost him to leave.
Well, now I'm curious how much money it would have cost him to leave.
I believe it was 40 million.
Oof. What's that in 1994 money?
40 million in 1994 compared to now.
Say it
That's no.
out
can't.
loud.
No, nice try. No, because I just put 40 million and it went with 400 million.
Now you're going to make me Google it.
No, I've got it. Just
Okay.
40, comma, and let's say February 94 to right now. Error, please use less than 10 million. Know what? Fine. 10 million of 94 money. Then we'll extrapolate. Ah! Ooh! Now we gotta multiply that by 4. Oh my god! Times 4. $88,639,124.48.
Huh.
Don't use more than 10 million. Fine, fuckers.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
But that's if you kept that exact amount of money. If you're smart, you invest it.
Right.
Especially in the Niche Files Patreon. I almost say we should really get that going.
I was going to say you keep making that joke and then we're actually going to have to put stuff there.
Hey, we'll get Carla to do some artwork. I'll commission it. It'll be fine.
And for anyone interested in reading the book series, there are 13 books in total.
And what age should you be should you want to read those books? Stares at child through earbuds.
Let's see. 16.
Oh, I was not 16.
Neither was I.
You too be a positive example for the children out there that listen to this.
Not on this podcast.
We grew up in a different age.
It was the 90s, man. There were no helmets.
Yes, the recommended starting age for Interview with a Vampire, which is the first book in the Vampire Chronicles, is 16 to 22.
You heard her, young lady.
My mom gave them to me.
And how'd that work out?
She's like, here, you like vampires.
I got them from my middle school library.
Hold on, is it on the banned books list? Hold on, let's look at that. Let's date this podcast. Interview with.
And I definitely did not finish the series because, I think I got through the first 3 books before I stopped reading them.
Oh my god. Yes, Interview with the Vampire has been banned or challenged in some schools and libraries, though it is not on the list of the most frequently banned books overall. Challenges to the book often due to its sexually explicit content and violence, as well as its exploration of themes like vampirism, which some parents find objectionable. Why don't you start parenting your kids instead of, being you? Anne Rice books are banned. Yeah.
Yeah, she has 37 books total.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon.
I think I've only read probably the first 7 because that's all that there was in this box set that my mom had.
Okay.
Anything after, it looks like Merrick is book number 7. I don't recognize any of those names.
Yeah, I don't, I recognize The Tale of the Body Thief. I don't remember reading it. And then everything else I don't recognize the name of. And now I think I need to add that whole thing back to my reading list.
The 7-book set is Interview with a Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned, The Tale of the Bloody Thief, Memnoch the Devil, The Vampire, Armand, and Merrick.
And there's 6 more books after that.
Well, I'm in for a treat.
Treat.
No treat.
Treat.
No treat. Lestat is the main character in the entire series. It's just that the first book is from Louis's perspective.
Lestat is the main character in the whole world, at least according to him.
Right. He's very self-centered. He turns Louis because he wants a companion. He turns Claudia because he's about to lose Louis.
Mm-hmm. They make their little family.
Yeah. In Queen of the Damned, does he turn her in the book? I can't remember.
Turn who?
Oh my gosh, I just forgot her name entirely. Jessie.
Oh, I think so. At a concert, maybe?
Yeah, that's how they meet because she's obsessed with vampires.
Yeah.
Because isn't her whole family like vampires and she's just human?
How the fuck does that work out?
I don't know. I can't remember how it worked. But she has this like obsession with vampires. And so when Lestat comes out as a vampire, she goes to him basically and kind of stalks him a little bit. He kind of falls in love with her and turns her to be his immortal mate. But he also wakes up Akasha because he doesn't want to be alone.
So really, he's just codependent.
Yes, he's very codependent.
I stick to my statement at the very bottom of this then. What a little bitch.
Oh, you wrote that.
Yeah.
I thought Kass did.
No, that's why I said something about, I see your little edit there.
Okay. I was really waiting for you to read it, man.
No, it's the fucking chaos junkie that does not care.
I would have read it.
You know, I have to kind of agree with Lestat. Like, if I was an immortal, I wouldn't want to spend eternity alone.
I don't know. I go on a walk, a simple walk to Mordor.
Like, I don't necessarily know I would have gone about it the same way he did, but yeah, I wouldn't want to spend eternity alone. I would want a companion.
No, too many loose ends. But that's just me. If I could, didn't have to work, I'd just go places and do things. Legal things, nothing illegal. That's too much effort.
Yeah, so I do see some of where Lestat is coming from, but yeah, he is a bit crazy. And according to the timeline between the two movies, by the time Lestat turns Louis, he's only been a vampire for like 4 years. And even in the books, Lestat's father is still alive in the books.
Yep.
He has him move into the house with him and Louis, but he's blind, so they pretend to eat from empty plates so that he thinks they're eating with him. And I kind of wish they had kept some of that in the movie. Like, it just adds to Lestat's story.
You can't look at this thing anymore, can you?
Hmm?
I could go thermonuclear right fucking now and not care.
Oh, because I closed the notes?
I saw you close as soon as I started typing. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. Rats, they drive me crazy. And then highlight it, control C, shift, enter, control V, and see how long it would take for you to notice.
I didn't even see that you were typing in it because I had it open in my browser and I just closed my browser. It's like I wasn't even trying to close the notes. I just closed the whole browser.
I'm closing this now. This man's gone insane.
That's funny.
All right, so you would which would you rather recommend? Would you recommend this book, Just Interview with a Vampire, or would you rather this movie?
I think I would recommend the book.
Surprise, fucking prize.
Just because there is so much more to it, but I understand that some people just don't like to read and would rather watch the movie. And in that case, like, the movie it's really good.
Perfectly fine thing. And be of age, young lady. I know you're not going to listen to me, but I have to put effort in. So that's going to be it for us here at the Niche Nook Studios. I'd like to thank Kass and Cody. Hope they had an enjoyable month of all the spooky, the weird, and the fun, and the vampiric. But until next time, ladies, say goodnight.
Before I go, did you know that in the late 19th century in Rhode Island, there was a woman named Mercy Brown who was exhumed by the townspeople because they believed she was a vampire responsible for causing a tuberculosis outbreak? Anyways, good night.
Wait, I'm going to have to listen to that back because I didn't quite catch the day, the time, and the what? Cody, please, let's end the spooky month on a good note, please.
Okay. How about stay hydrated, everybody, but maybe try water and not blood.
Oh, good grief. And that's going to be it for me for the spooky month here at the Niche Nook Studios. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, especially with Kass saying some horrible things earlier in the episode, you can email us at thenichefiles@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Blue Sky, and Twitter at The Niche Files, and on TikTok at the.niche.files. The Spook Queens are posting up our last little bits of stuff. Keep your eyes out on the socials. Thank you again, Kass and Cody, for helping me out with this. I'm Ryan, your non-vampiric host of the Niche Files, and I got to go sharpen a steak because I have a very bad feeling about this day. Good night, everyone. Take care, and happy Halloween. The music for the Niche Files is played and mixed by Paul of JPP Creative Media. If you like what you hear, you can find him on TikTok at Just Plain Paul, JustPlainPaul. Thanks again, Paul.